In the top stories, DPP confirms charges against Vaughn Henderson and police officer in ongoing investigation. Justice Anderson endorsed as new CCJ president. And Christian Democratic Union secures victory in Germany's national election. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Today is Monday, February 24th, 2025. I'm your presenter, Shanique Harvey. Nationally. In the wake of Vaughn Henderson's arrest and the charges brought against him, Director of Public Prosecutions, or DPP, Adlai Smith, issued a statement on Monday confirming the arrest and providing limited details about the charges filed against Henderson, as well as a police officer who will remain unnamed due to the nature of the allegations.
The Director of Public Prosecutions Office acknowledges the recent developments where criminal charges have been brought against Mr. Vaughn Henderson, attorney at law, and a police officer of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force. That officer shall not be named, as he is currently on a charge of indecent assault before the High Court. These developments underscore the seriousness of any attempt to interfere with the judicial process, particularly in cases involving vulnerable victims such as minors.
In his statement, the DPP disclosed that the charges against the police officer involve allegations of indecent assault involving a minor. He noted that his office recommended that charges be filed and shared further context regarding the legal proceedings.
On June 28, 2023, a 12-year-old minor female reported that she was indecently assaulted by the said police officer, who allegedly offered her money in exchange for her silence. In December of 2023, the Commissioner of Police sought legal advice from me in my capacity as the Director of Public Prosecutions as to whether the police officer should be charged. Following a thorough review of the evidence, as Director of Public Prosecutions, I advised that charges be laid, and the police officer was formally charged in January of 2024. However, in the same January of 2024, I received intelligence suggesting possible external interference in the case. Given the gravity of the information, the Commissioner of Police was further advised to initiate a separate criminal investigation into the mother of the said minor. As the investigation unfolded, further intelligence was received, prompting law enforcement to execute a search warrant at the law offices of Mr. Vaughn Henderson on February 7, 2025. As a result of these findings, Vaughn Henderson and the police officer have been formally charged with attempting to pervert the course of public justice and money laundering offenses.
The DPP stressed that the filing of charges does not equate to guilt and underscored the importance of protecting the integrity of criminal cases, particularly those involving minors.
I must indicate that I view with the utmost seriousness any attempt to compromise a criminal case involving the indecent assault of a minor. The justice system has a fundamental duty to protect children from exploitation and abuse, and any efforts to manipulate the legal process to obstruct justice will be met with the full force of the law. Additionally, the public trust in law enforcement is built on the expectation that police officers will uphold the law with integrity and fairness.
Join our evening newscast for more information on this developing story. The St. Christopher Air and Seaport Authority Scaspa Deepwater Port reached a significant milestone on Sunday, February 23rd, offloading a record-breaking 312 vehicles in a single shipment. This achievement marks the largest shipment in the history of the port, reflecting its growing capacity. Cargo Operations Manager Kervin Freeman put the significance of the shipment into perspective.
We're here this morning, Sunday the 23rd February, because we have an exceptional operation here today, where today we'll be getting in a total of 312 vehicles. That's 312 vehicles. In my over 2 decades working here, we have never had that amount of vehicles coming at any one time. As a matter of fact, we have not even had half of that come in at any one time. So this is a big operation here. We have a lot of our staff here, people coming to help us from other departments, helping us to move the vehicles them from shipside to place of rest. As you can see behind of me, there's a lot of vehicles, and this is not even half yet of what is coming off. It's not even a quarter yet of what is coming off. And in this area, normally in this area, we have containers parked here. But for this operation today, we had to remove all the containers then from here so that we can get ample space to park all these vehicles. So yes, we are here today, and it's a lot of vehicles. 312 vehicles are coming to us today. And if you can see all over there, we have made space again. We have moved all the containers them. We have done with the park.
He said of the 312 vehicles, approximately 70 will be sent to Nevis. The successful offloading of such a large shipment is a key indicator of SCASPA's ability to handle increased demand as the port continues to grow and modernize. The St. Kitts Electricity Company Limited, or SCELEC, is advising the public of scheduled maintenance outages for the week Monday, February 24th to Thursday, February 27th. These scheduled maintenance outages are necessary to perform maintenance as part of their ongoing efforts to improve reliability. The following areas will be affected by the outages. On Tuesday, 25th February 2025, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., Upper Keon, Whites, and River Gut. Also on Tuesday, between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m., Racecourse, Newton Ground. While on Wednesday, 26th, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., Half Moon, Old Bay Way Road will be without power. And on Thursday, 27th, between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m., Bird Rock, Suncrest, Paragon Heights. SCELEC apologizes for any inconvenience caused by these electricity supply interruptions. Persons who remain without power after the scheduled outages are asked to call 465-2013 or 600 from a mobile phone to report the outage. We move now to news on the regional scene. Caribbean community or CARICOM leaders have approved the appointment of Jamaican-born Justice Winston Anderson as the new president of the Caribbean Court of Justice, CCJ. Anderson's appointment follows the recommendation of the Regional Judicial and Legal Services Commission. The CCJ, established on February 14, 2001, replaced the London-based Privy Council as the region's highest judicial authority. While many CARICOM countries recognize the CCJ's original jurisdiction, which serves as an international tribunal interpreting the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas, only 5 nations, Barbados, Belize, Dominica, Guyana, and St. Lucia, have adopted it as their final appellate court. Justice Anderson will succeed outgoing President Justice Adrian Saunders of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, who is set to retire later this year. Anderson becomes the 4th president to lead the court. Caribbean American lawmakers have strongly criticized the Trump administration's decision to end the Temporary Protected Status, or TPS, for Haitian nationals. The co-chairs of the House Haiti Caucus, Jamaican American Congresswoman Yvette Clarke, Haitian American Sheila Sherfulus McCormick, and Massachusetts Representative Ayanna Presley issued a joint statement calling the policy reversal shameful. The lawmakers expressed concern that the decision puts over 500,000 Haitian nationals in the U.S. at risk, as Haiti continues to face severe violence and a humanitarian, political, and economic crisis. The policy change, announced by Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem last Thursday, overturns the Biden administration's move to extend Haiti's TPS designation by 18 months. As a result, TPS protections for Haitian nationals will end on August 3, 2025, unless further extended. Internationally, Friedrich Merz and his Christian Democratic Union, CDU, emerged victorious in Germany's national election, securing 208 seats in the Bundestag. This will position Merz to lead the country and strengthen its support for Ukraine amidst the ongoing war with Russia. He vowed to unite Europe against external pressures from both Russia and the United States. The far-right Alternative for Germany, AfD, surged to become the second largest party with 152 seats, fueled by discontent over migration and security issues. Despite its rise, Merz has ruled out forming a coalition with the AfD, which is under observation for extremism. Merz's victory came after Chancellor Olaf Scholz's government collapsed in November. He now faces the challenge of stabilizing Germany's economy and addressing the growing polarization in the country. Financial markets welcomed the election results, anticipating a more stable government. Merz emphasized the need for swift government formation, stating, quote, "The world out there isn't waiting for us," end quote, as he plans to form a coalition by Easter. His leadership will be critical in shaping Germany's future role in Europe and its relationship with global powers. And finally, in international news, on the third anniversary of Russia's invasion, Western leaders gathered in Kiev to reaffirm their support for Ukraine, pledging more military aid. The show of solidarity comes as concerns grow over U.S. President Donald Trump's approach to the war, including his calls for a peace deal and friendly stance toward Russian President Vladimir Putin. European leaders, including European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, emphasized that Ukraine must be involved in any peace talks. There are fears that Russia's successes could encourage other autocratic regimes, particularly China. The European Union introduced new sanctions on Russia, while Spain pledged a major military aid package to Ukraine. Leaders like British Prime Minister Keir Starmer and French President Emmanuel Macron are set to meet with U.S. officials amid fears that the U.S. may sideline Europe in negotiations. EU leaders will hold an emergency summit on March 6th to address the war's impact on European security. And now for the weather. Present weather is fair skies. Winds are a moderate breeze of 15 miles per hour from the east-northeast. The temperature for today is 28 degrees Celsius or 83 degrees Fahrenheit. Seas are 1.2 to 1.8 meters or 46 feet. The weather forecast for today predicts partly sunny skies with a 40% or moderate chance of a brief passing shower. Tonight will be fair to partly cloudy with a 40% or moderate chance of a brief passing overnight shower. Sunset for today will be at 6:16 p.m. and sunrise for tomorrow will be at 6:31 a.m. And that brings us to the end of the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more in detail. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your presenter, Shanique Harvey.